What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. And I, of course, will be your GM, your DM for the night, Jumbo Thick. We're joined by the full cast and crew of the crew, I guess, is what we're still going by until we can figure something out. It's been over 100 episodes.
Emberfellans.
I don't know, but whatever you guys want to be. The crew for now. So, let's do brief introductions before we hop all the way in. Let's start with Doobie 209.
Oh, God. Guy from a Leonard Skinner concert just showed up.
Play some Skinner, man.
Oof. I'm playing first mate Tristan Burrell, who is in charge of keeping the morale high on the ship and providing supervision and encouragement and discipline. And I'm also the first mate of this little rowboat, I guess. So, first mate Tristan Burrell.
First mate Tristan Burrell, followed by the one and only Dan Decker.
Hey everybody, Dan Decker here. Oh man, even the plaid, I got the lumberjack going. Holy shit, that was unintentional. Playing Mo Grawjaw. Decided to forgo the costume mutton chops because nature's doing me a favor here.
There you go.
There you go. And of course, crossbow expert.
Yep.
10-foot reach, bugbear, 8 feet tall, 400 pounds. And we're about to fuck up a shark. Apparently,
Sure.
I did the math on what a 30 man. That's 3 stories, y'all.
It is.
At the 3-story building of a shark.
It is.
So there's that gonna happen. Also, for the select generation, we got Rogar with the knowledge and knowing is half the battle. So
oh god,
we're gonna rock and roll. Leonard Skinner, baby.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Skinner. Let's move on to Andrea.
Hi, I'm probably going to die. I'm currently sitting in the water, about to be eaten by a 30-foot megalodon skeleton. But we will see if we manage to survive this. Like all of the other weird things, we've somehow managed to survive. So, yay.
Exactly.
It's too early in the episode for someone to die.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true. Let's move on to Jumbo Smooth.
Hello everyone, I'm Jumbo Smooth. I'll be playing Rogar this evening. He is, I guess, the bosun, quote unquote, ship. He has no woodworking skills, but yeah, he's along for this ride. He's looking forward to being a good oarsman. Rowing the oar. He's not very good in water. He doesn't like the water. This adventure has turned out quite poorly so far.
Quite poorly so far, and I feel like it's just started. And last but not least, Kayla.
Hello, everyone. I'm playing the role of Velree. And as you all know by now, I am a Dhampir, former elf, barbarian, and I like to use my claws. But I do want to point out, how I've started this wonderful trend that Zoom and Moog have now joined in on.
People are
dressing
enjoying.
up. I'm not looking my best today, guys, but that, look at them.
Indeed.
Gotta get those rolls.
Everybody's getting in there. Getting those free re-rolls. I need to dress up so I give myself some re-rolls. Yeah. Anyways, let's get into this. So, last we left off, the crew having decided to set sail with a skeleton crew on the stolen sea hag with Brine. You decided to go on a quest to find a cave in the shallow depths known as the Fallen Grotto. What appears to be a natural cove above the waves that is actually something very different below, having scouted it out with the aid of a less cat-like Whiteley, and discovered a ship graveyard amidst a beautiful humanoid statues and strange architecture, long forgotten to age and just whatever else is going on here. After deciding to take a longboat to explore the cave that you were assaulted, that you had attempted to make into, you were then assaulted by some opportunistic hunters of a sort that may hunt this cove, being a harpy roost, and many of them that possibly could have lured many of these ships and their sailors to their deaths in the nearby rocks. And you did, however, brutally kill and murder all of them. Velree ripping to one in half like a wishbone at one point. It was very bloody and visceral. Despite you guys ending up falling to the
order,
yes.
I think that vicious and murderous, those are hurtful and
Hurtful
also
words?
very relative terms.
Sure it is.
Just putting that out there. I feel that you have judged us harshly.
Do we prefer like bloodthirsty, savage? I mean, would that be better descriptors?
Situationally aware.
Situationally aware. Got it.
I like being vicious personally.
Yeah, there you go. You destroyed these creatures, these almost animalistic creatures, despite falling to the Siren Song, some of you a few times. However, taking relatively very minimal damage yourselves. However, at the end of the fight, we had the longboat having not been rowed once. You needed 3 successful attempts, and it takes 2 people to row the boat to actually make it to the cave mouth. It will likewise take you somewhere similar amount if you were trying to row back to your vessel.
Well, I would row the boat, but life is just a dream.
Oh God. And what a dream it is, especially for Velree and for Zoom, that had been picked up by harpies and flown away to be dropped 40 feet out into the water away from the boat. As soon as they dropped into the water, amidst the various corpses that are just littering, kind of bobbing on the surface, blood just kind of pooling everywhere around them, a large fin, like a dorsal fin, appeared above the water in plain view of everyone, as well as a giant gaping maw of a 30-foot skeletal shark with strange glows in its empty eye sockets. There's a rush of water as several rows of teeth open in a massive, what will more than likely be a swallowing bite of some sort. And it is currently making a beeline towards both Velree and Zoom. It is 20 feet from the two of you. And you guys are 40 feet from the ship, from your vessel. So that is where we are going to open up. And I'm going to need everyone to roll me initiative. I think it'll just add them in this time. That'll be nice if it does. It does. Oh, that's so good. Yes.
I think since combat started like right after our last combat, do I need to re-rage and stuff like that?
No, you're not going to have to re-rage. The rage is going to carry over. Moog's haste is still going to carry over. Just waiting on Moog. There it is. All right. So let's go ahead and start the encounter. So,
Rogar's first. Ooh, shit.
So, Rogar, you are first in initiative. The creature. Well, first off, give me a perception test real fast. 20. Okay, easily enough. Let me roll something real fast because I need to. Okay, good. Oh, well, it does have advantage, though. All right, still not good enough. So, Rogar, you see 60 feet from you. So, Velree and Zune are kind of out amidst the bobbing harpy-like viscera out in the water. You do see the fin of the massive shark and the head come up and the big gaping maw opening up in their direction. At the same time, Rogar, with a 20, you also see some more movement below the surface. Something a little bit closer. A little bit closer to the ship, past your individuals here. But that is the current state of affairs. So
Closer to the ship or the longboat?
Towards us.
towards you,
Yeah, towards us.
towards the longboat.
Okay. All right. We'll, I guess, use free action to point out there's something in the water over there.
Okay.
And is Brian on the boat?
Brian is in fact on the ship.
Rogar is going to, and there, Velree and Zune are 40 feet away.
Yes, 40 feet.
Are they in line with, like, say if I was like to start rowing, would they be in that same direction? Like if I'm going forward?
Yes, they would be. Yeah, they would be in that
Okay.
direction. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I will. We roll, Brian. As I get onto the oar,
Okay.
and I guess I'm holding my action until he gets on, so we can
All right. Yeah. That's fair.
row.
Okay. And it's funny you say that because Brian is next. So,
Okay.
All right, Rogar, let's do this. He grabs a hold of the oars in the front, and I need you to make me an athletics check, sir.
Uh-huh. Sorry. $20.
20. What's a 20? You do actually begin to move in the direction of both Zune and Velree. You get actually right in their vicinity. They're within 5 feet of the boat.
Nice.
Both of them already. So between the two of you, quickly begin to row in that direction. All right. That will then bring me to Tristan Varel. It is your turn.
How far did we move when we rode? Or did we move?
You would move the boat. Oh yeah. Well, with a 20, you guys move 40 feet.
Okay.
It doesn't move the same speed every time.
Yeah. And then the two swimmers were in line with us.
Yes. So you guys are moving in the direction of the cave.
So where will the swimmers now be?
They are next to you.
Next to us.
They're kind of
like right next to us?
Yeah, they're like next to the boat. Yes, within
Then
5 feet.
I will reach over and try to pull whoever like the first one is.
Okay. Why don't you give me a strength check? And who are you reaching for?
Probably I'm gonna say Zune because he's probably lighter.
That's true.
I might be able to succeed in this one.
Go ahead and give me a strength check then.
Oh yeah, it's a 15.
15. Very good. Very good. You kind of take my hand, kind of reach over. I'm assuming, Zune, you allow him to grab a hold of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And he despite, both of you lacking in strength, he's able to kind of pull you over, and you kind of scramble up like very quickly up onto the actual boat. You kind of flop onto your back.
It's strong.
My hero.
All right. Would you like to do anything else, Trist?
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Next up is actually Velree. It is your turn.
Can I climb into the boat?
Yes, you can. No problem. No check
Okay.
needed.
Okay.
Yeah. You move over to the boat. And then pull yourself in.
Can I help row us at this point, or is there only two?
There's already 2 people on the rows. There's only really 2 spots. So
Okay. Well, I mean, nothing's like immediate. Like, there's no.
you do
immediate
see
danger
the large
that I
shark 20 feet from you.
can see. Yeah. I don't think. Bro. I don't know.
Do you want to hold your action for anything?
Yeah, I'd like to hold an action. So what if now, when you hold an action,
Mm-hmm.
is that just like one attack, right?
I'll let you guys do your full round of attacks. That's fine.
Sounds great.
So now it does, but the way it works is you're basically you're going to use your reaction to use your action when it's not your turn. That's the way it works. So that doesn't mean anything for you. It would mean something for Trist. If Trist was going to hold his action to do something, he couldn't use his reaction for something else. I'm explaining too much. So what's going to be the trigger? Is it going to be just something coming too close to the boat, or?
I mean, yeah, if something attacking one of the party members or the boat.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So as Velree kind of turns around and kind of takes a more aggressive stance on the prow of the lone boat, it is now going to be the skeletal shark's turn. And it is going to, since there's no one in the water, it is going to swim as fast as it can, which, by the way, is 50 feet. And it is going to smash itself into the lone boat as hard as it possibly can.
I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
So, as this big shark kind of dips down and just right into the side of it.
Oh, shit.
Velree, you can, that definitely hits there. I'm going to severely fuck up this boat. You can give me your attack rolls if you'd like at this point.
So just like my normal. So am I allowed to rage or no? Because
You were already raging. So
yeah,
you're still,
because we continued.
This is still, it's technically the same combat. So
Okay.
go ahead and make your attack rolls. You can use reckless like you always do.
How did you know? Oh God.
That's gonna miss even the giant shark. First one misses. You still have 3 more.
Jesus. Okay.
That one also misses.
Can I roll the best of 2 and before I decide if I want to reroll one of those? No.
You want to do what?
Blah, 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 blah. Nothing. Just ignoring
Okay. Make you 2 more attacks then.
it. Okay. I have to use a reroll
Pretty bad.
for sure.
Pretty bad. Go ahead and use it. Use your. It's one. It's not an advantage.
Okay.
$15 will hit.
I got 1 hit and I
That's
still
one
got
hit.
1 more.
You still have 1 more attack, so roll 1 more. Okay, and 25. So yeah, you have 2 hits. So out of the 4 strikes, 2 of them just kind of skim off of the very thick bone as you very quickly slash out it as it hits the side of the ship. I'm going to roll damage.
10
So
for the
10 for the first, and then what for the second?
12.
12. 10 and 12. Still 22 points of damage, Velree. It's
Imagine what it could have been.
nothing to scoff at, okay? It's still quite a bit of damage. As 2 of them just don't quite find as much purchase, but the other 2, you take some large chunks out of kind of its front, like, bony, like, plate, right above its gaping maw. And it is going to smack into the boat for a significant amount of damage. Your boat doesn't have a lot of hit points, by the way. Your lone boat doesn't have a lot, so it begins to smack, and it moves and sways and cracks along the bottom of it. I need everyone in the boat to give me a dexterity saving throw to keep their seat.
Ooh, Moog has advantage on that, I think.
Moog does have advantage right now because he's hasted. The current DC is a 10, so if you get above a 10. So far, so good. Let's see.
Oh, you had to go and say that.
Oh, sorry, Trist.
Got myself one of them
Vel-
rogue 20s.
And
Well,
Velree
it makes sense.
Velree barely holds on with it with a 10.
I picture Tristan, like Washington crossing the Delaware right now. Like he's on the bow with his foot, propped up on
Yes.
it.
You just pull
Well,
Zune onto the boat, and then it's like
Little known fact about a
Oh!
10-foot reach is that it applies to sea legs.
sea legs. There you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Trist topples out of the side of the boat
Bless
as
him.
the shark
Oh,
passes by you, Trist. passes underneath it. It hits and then keeps moving. Another 30 feet out before it's going to. You can see it turning around as you hit the water, Trist. And you look over, and suddenly you have this horrible sensation because your passive perception is so good, Trist.
Oh my god!
You kind of, and you look down, and there's a maw beneath you, as there is a second shark coming up from below that is going to try to bite you into little pieces. So let's see here, Trist. I wish I could take a picture of this because I rolled the natural 1. And this combat's starting off great, guys. Let me go ahead and pull myself a card here already. This is
better than a natural 20.
This is good. This is good. Oh, come on. Okay, at least it's just for the next round. As the massive shark comes up to bite Tristan Varel, try to gobble him whole. And he just manages to just swerve to the side as the creature fully bursts out of the water, like Free Willy style. It's completely all of its momentum up, and as it just this massive jaw snapping back and forth, it falls to the side and smacks on the side of one of the broken ships nearby, and it looks like part of its jaw kind of unhinges for a moment, and it has disadvantage on attacks for the next round as it splashes back into the water, and Trist is safe for now.
Yes, for now.
That will then bring me to Moog, Giant's Bane, Broadjaw, Heir of Boag. Since all of that is in the description here.
It is. It's in my name. It's my name. Honorifics are not for nothing, right? You know, it matters. It's important. Not to be confused with other Moogs. Jesus.
I do need to make a point of order, Moog.
Okay.
The creatures are submerged, so if you're going to be taking shots at them, they will be at disadvantage.
Gotcha. All right. So let's see. So we've got the sirens in the water.
They're all dead, floating around. Yes,
they're all floating around.
You currently have 2 large skeletal sharks that are assaulting.
Okay, so and I have the bottle lightning.
You do.
All right. What would I need to do to try and throw that down the maw of one of these here sharks?
Do you want to wait for one to get close, or do you want to just chuck one right now?
Well, would you allow for me to make one attack and then hold the second attack?
No, it doesn't work like that. It's either all or nothing.
You're
it's either all or nothing.
DM. No.
All or nothing.
I know.
Do remember
DM. I do love
that the bottle of lightning has a 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
So if you don't throw it far, you're going to fry yourself and those around you.
Jeez. Okay.
It might be extra conductive in the water. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Just throw that out there.
Yes.
Right. Being that it's probably salinated water. Are they grouped together? The 2 sharks together? Like if I got super lucky, could I like lob it in between them?
I'll tell you what. If you rolled high enough, yeah, I'd allow that.
All right. So what kind of roll would you like? Improvised attack or what?
It'll be an improvised attack roll. Yes.
All right. All right. So I'm going to do this. So that's just a strength, 20 plus strength, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not bad. And I will say,
but not proficiency.
No, you're not proficient in this. And I will say that you won't have to roll at disadvantage because it'll probably smash when it hits the surface.
Straight roll plus activity. 3.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Here we go. Ah, damn. So that's going to be a total of 12.
I'm sorry, Moog.
Can I use my inspiration?
Sure. You can.
All right. Let's do that.
Let's go and do it.
That's why I put on a goddamn mullet. Well, let's just do the same damn thing.
It's 12. It's another 12.
Yeah. So what's the result there?
All right.
Pants?
All right. It wasn't a critical fail.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
However, it was
I
not
wish it
enough.
had been a 10.
It was not enough to make it to the sharks.
Jeez.
Unfortunately,
Like,
Go.
some
Unfortunately,
kind of distance.
if you would have rolled just a little bit lower,
Yeah.
right now we would be rolling the deep fried Tristan Varel. However,
Yeah, let's not.
you rolled high enough to where you lobbed it out far enough. However, supposedly maybe it's just the distance. The distance was a little off. Then when the glass hits the water, it does in fact crack and break, and the explosion isn't quite as uniform as normal, and it doesn't quite catch the sharks and the blast radius, unfortunately. However, you do fry the shit out of like some driftwood and a couple harpy corpses.
Okay.
Like on fire despite being in the water. It's great.
All right. So that counts as one attack, right?
That counts. So that is actually your
Entire action.
Well,
I mean, it's technically just an attack.
I know. Sure, I'll let you use the rest of your attacks. That's fine.
All right. So, I mean, basically all I can do is try to take a shot at it with the crossbow.
Yeah, it's going to have to be ranged, so go ahead and give me a crossbow attack then.
All right, here we go. Hey, let's do something.
All right. Are you trying to
piercing.
hit the damaged one or the one that tried to eat Trist?
Yeah, I'm going to if there's a wounded one, I'm shooting the wounded one.
Go ahead and roll me damage then.
Not bad.
All right, 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right. And did you want to do anything
20.
else? You do it now. You have 3 attacks. You get an extra attack because you are currently.
Oh, I'm hasted. Yeah. Then I will take another shot. I'll call sharpshooter.
Okay.
And that was a dumb idea. So that doesn't hit
Damn.
for shit. Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
God.
I'm glad it wasn't a fail, but
it was a crit fail. But
good thing I just purchased some new dice on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, swap those out.
Which I'm about to go enable right the fuck now.
Go and swap those out as you take, 2 bolts after you unsuccessfully lob the bottled lightning and take 2 shots with your crossbow. One of them finding purchase kind of smacks into some of the bone along kind of like the spine and digs in and just stuck there. The other one just splashing harmlessly into the water. And unfortunately, that's going to be it, Mo.
Those builders. That's it for me, yeah.
All right. And last but not least,
no votes.
Zoom, it is your turn.
I'm going to try to get Tristan back in the boat.
You reach down after he pulls you up. Oh, no. Go ahead and give me a strength check, Zoom.
Dear God.
Let's see how ineffectual this is.
No.
That's,
I'm gonna forget it. I'm just gonna re-roll. I'm gonna
go ahead and use your inspiration real fast.
I'm
Let's do it.
Wet.
Let's lose them all.
It's really important to get Tristan back in the boat. Yes. 17
will definitely do it. You reach down and first you kind of slip off of him. He's like, oh.
Sweaty palms.
Yeah, exactly. And then you grab a hold of him and heave him onto the longboat. He's back onto the longboat. And
I owe him no favors now. This is great.
That's true.
Really?
That is that.
Yeah.
So that brings me to the top of the round with Rogar, son of Amu. What are you doing?
Well, how's the ship looking at this point?
It looks
like
bad.
Holes.
Not holes. There are cracks along the midsection. There's cracks all the way. Like if you were to glance over to the side, you would see cracks all along the bottom of the hull, spidering up parts of the wood, all the way to the rails where you're kind of rowing.
I know I might not know. Could I assume that like another attack will finish her off?
Why don't you give me an intelligence check, Rogar? Okay. You are smart.
Smarter, yeah. Oh, 18.
18. While you might have the title of bosun, you are not one. But
yes.
However,
bosun.
However, looking over, you've seen like trees and things like that. You know a little bit about wood and its durability, and it doesn't look like this ship will take another hit, probably.
Okay. We're just gonna shout out, "We're going down!" And
Get on it, boys.
Reverse bardic inspiration.
Exactly.
Play the music.
So I'd just like to point out that we
Play the
just
music,
talked
boys.
about the resilience of wood and going down. So, if your knowledge of wood lasts for more than 4 hours, please contact your local shaman.
Oh, jeez. Rogar is going to rage once more since it wasn't attacked. I will also I will hold an action to when one of these things gets close.
Okay.
To make attacks against it.
Try to attack it. Okay.
This is the last stand, you know.
You kind of drop the
sunk
rope
into the drink.
Yeah. You kind of hit over there. Brian sees what you're doing. He goes, "Oh shit!" He's looking around and he just kind of pulls his cutlass that he has, and he stands up and prepares to do the same. All right. That will then bring me to Tristan Farrell. It's your turn.
Ooh. Will Tristan understand the role of mending and fixing the ship, this boat, longboat? Or is it beyond mending? Mending can only do so much.
Yeah, it can do some. I would allow you to fix some of the damage. Sure.
I think it's like inches. Like it's small.
It's not much.
It is. I'll allow you to try to reinforce some of this. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be massive, but some of it.
No, I feel like that's going to be a waste. It's going to crack when it hits us again. Chromatic ore, lightning damage.
All right. Which one are you going to attack?
The one, I don't know the difference between them, so whichever one's coming at us first.
Okay. With the actual lightning that you are throwing out, you will have advantage on this roll.
Oh, yeah, baby.
26 to hit. That's definitely going to hit.
Oh, there's some 8s in there. Oh, and a 1, 13.
13 points of lightning damage. Fortunately, they're not vulnerable, but they do. You do get advantage. So you did get a little extra there. So you do kind of an arc, and it actually maneuvers to the target. Actually, like hones in maybe on the unnatural magic that has animated this very much dead, not rotting, but dead, long dead carcass. Would you like to do anything else, Trist?
Nope.
Okay.
We're gonna get ready to jump.
That brings me then to Velree. It is your turn.
I guess I would. I look around. No one else. I'm not rowing anymore.
It's true.
There's not a shark actively within.
Not within 5 feet. No.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll hold my action.
Okay. First creature that comes in. Speaking of which, the one that's been damaged already is spinning around, and very quickly you see the fin come up over the waves, and it's coming straight towards the boat. Let's start with Rogar. Go ahead and give me your attack rolls.
Yeah, recklessly.
Sure.
First one, gonna do a normal attack. 18.
That definitely hits.
Okay. It will be 8 points of damage.
All right. 8 points of damage. Go ahead and attack again.
This time, I'm gonna do Great Weapon Master.
All right.
We're just gonna give it a try.
Let's do it.
What is that? I'm sorry. 2, so that's 13.
13 is a glancing blow.
Okay. All right. Hoping they'll take 20, so 10 points damage.
All right. Oh, is that with the 10
That's
factor
with
already? Okay.
Yeah, I made a thing for it. Yeah, that's
All
10.
right.
It's 10. Yeah. 12. No. 11.
11.
points.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So actually, let me add a little bit to that. Okay. So Rogar, as the thing heads towards you, you take your large club and bring it down quickly. Smack, smack. And where Rogar hits it, you watch as just large chunks of bone just explode off of the creature, as if perhaps it's vulnerable to being bashed in with a bludgeoning mechanism. And it is getting shattered drastically. It looks like it's very barely holding together at this point. Brian will make his attacks. Let me pull a card for Brian. Because he got a natural one.
Brian, you fuck.
Brian he's somewhat panicked. He slashes out, "Oh!" And he just he's lost his footing. And he just kind of waves his cutlass around in the air a couple times, ineffectually, doing absolutely
dangerous.
Nothing. It is dangerous. That will then bring me to Velree. You get your chance to make attack rolls at this point.
I'm going for it recklessly.
Because why not? Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I? 219.
Yeah, go ahead and just roll all your attacks. So that's one hit. A 24. Yeah, that'll be a second hit.
These are the numbers I am used to.
A 26 will also hit. That's 3 hits. Go and roll one more.
Oh.
14 will hit.
Yeah.
It has a 13 AC, so all 4 hits. Go and roll damage for me.
All right. 12.
So 12 for the first.
Yeah.
All right, 12 for the second.
Oh, wait. Yeah, 11.
11. All right.
For the second.
Third.
12.
Another 12. And for the last hit.
12. 7.
7 is exactly on the money. Velree destroys it after all of you start laying into it. Velree kind of jumps out from the longboat, perhaps, onto the swimming creature and begins lashing into it. Big, large chunks of just spine and bone flying all over the place. I mean, the size of her, like big ribs break off and explode off. And she quickly jumps backwards back onto the longboat. As the energies that are suffusing it together just dissipate and it just begins to sink. As it sinks, the second shark explodes through the first and is going to ram the boat now. That will hit the boat, unfortunately. Let me roll some damage for it. Might roll low, you never know. Did not roll low. The boat rocks once again. Let me check the boat's hit points. The boat is somehow still holding together. Barely. However, I need all of you to make me dexterity saving throws to stay in the vessel.
I'm still advantaged on that.
You still have advantage.
How long does haste last?
1 minute. So you have just a few more rounds. Rogar's going in the drink.
Poor Rogar. Whoop whoop.
All right, everybody.
And I am Daniel San practicing the crane, y'all.
Seeing Rogar about to go in the drink, we will rewind the time.
Oh yeah. You see Rogar, and you kind of reach out, and he kind of goes back for a moment. Go ahead and roll again, Rogar. This time he manages to stick the landing. He kind of grabs a hold of part of the broken ship and kind of holds on. And it kind of rocks back and forth for a moment, barely holding on. Your ship has sprouted many leaks and is being held together by just maybe 1 or 2 boards, in fact. It is currently sinking, but it is not broken into 1,000 pieces. So just put that in perspective for you. All right. That is the end of the shark's turn, which brings me to Moog. It is your turn.
Righteous. So, let's see, what can't we do? I guess obviously takes a little bit more hurt from the old bludgeoning style damage, but we don't really have that as an option. Okay, yeah, just gonna go ham. Gonna call sharpshooter.
Okay.
And take 3 shots at this thing.
That
went well. 21 to hit.
21's definitely gonna hit.
All right, and so that's gonna bring that to an 18 piercing damage.
Ooh, man,
all right,
good hit. All right,
yeah, thanks, bro. We're gonna do it again. Same second verse, same as the first.
All right.
Okay, nice. So 18 to hit.
That hits. That hits.
All right, and okay, 19 points of damage.
Okay. It's racking on. All right.
There we go. One more time.
Why
Same
not?
thing, bro. Same thing. Oh, nice. Okay, so 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right. 17 points of damage.
Another 17 points of damage. Ridiculous.
That's pretty. That's like 40, 50 something odd.
Ridiculous.
Points.
As Moog just starts unloading very quickly. 3 bolts will just rain out, hitting the dorsal fin, chipping off a big chunk of it. Some of them kind of sticking down into some of actually knocking loose a few of the giant ribs that begin to float away from the body as it is turning around. Would you like to do anything else, buddy?
Shark. Nope. Don't got anything else.
Last but not least, then, Zoom. It's your turn.
How big is this skiff?
The little the longboat you're in.
Yeah.
It would be the equivalent of, I believe it is 15 feet, I think. Do you remember, Alan, by chance?
Oh, longboat?
Yeah. It's not very big.
Okay. Is
I
there a
have
chance?
it actually pulled up right in front of me.
Do you?
I do. I just gotta find the longboat.
I had all I wrote down were the hit points and the speed.
15 feet is 2.5 fathoms.
A rowboat is 10 feet by 5 feet.
10 by 5. So 10 feet.
Shit.
So
we're all
you guys
kinda
are
cramped.
packed on here.
Okay, then I can't use that. All right.
I can reach across the whole boat.
You technically both could reach across the whole boat.
You can row the boat then.
Both.
I didn't think about that.
I'm twice as wide
I don't
as
think
the
so.
boat.
There's 2 ours. It's
Just
4
my arm.
oars.
Just my arms.
I think I'm just going to use my rapier because
Are you going to hold and attack then, since it's not in melee range?
it's not within it. Trying to see. How is it looking? Is it looking pretty banged up?
Moog
for a
just
skeleton.
put some damage on it. Now it doesn't flinch. It doesn't give any cries or anything. As a matter of fact, it's been creepily silent. There is no noise coming from this thing as it's swimming through the water.
Oh, screw it. Then it's probably not going to work. 'Cause, I mean, I don't know. Screw it.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, I'm gonna try Vicious Mockery just because out
Okay.
of character. I don't even know. I haven't really.
You can try. Let's go ahead and
Experienced it.
let's see what we can do here.
Well,
Psychic. Not a lot of things are immune to psychic damage.
Is it wisdom?
it's wisdom. Yep.
Okay. You're lucky this is not a construct. It fails.
It
is
fails?
technically, yes, it's undead, so it does in fact take the damage. Go ahead and roll damage.
Great. I'm gonna yell, "This is why you're extinct," and then let's see. Takes 3 points of Vicious Mockery.
It's a vicious mockery damage.
But it has disadvantage on
You
its
yell it out,
attack.
it does have disadvantage. It only gets 1 attack and it has a disadvantage on it. So, yeah. All right. Is that going to be it soon? Don't use your bonus
That's all
action
I
for
can do.
anything?
Oh God. We're sinking, right?
You are currently sinking, yes.
So.
I'll hold off.
It is sinking. It has not. It's not going very far. You're currently
It's not
above
sinking.
water.
It's not seeing until the guys come out with the violins and start playing.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Yeah. No, I'll hold off. I'm good.
Okay. All right. That will then bring me to the top of the round with the Son of Amu.
The Son of Amu will hold his action once more.
Okay.
Similar to last time.
Do the same for Brian. Brian, this is it, boys. He calls out. This is it. This is it. It's all or nothing.
Honor.
Captain.
Tristan Varel, it is your turn.
Tristan Varel is going to start paling water out, hammering boards in.
Are you going to try to patch this thing
trying
up?
to mend it.
All right. Why don't you give me a spellcasting ability roll for this?
Spellcasting ability.
So for you, that's
roll.
just make an intelligence check.
12.
12. Okay. With a 12, I'll give you.
Full hit points.
No, definitely not. You don't do a lot of this work. You know what? I'll give you. Give me a d6, and I'll let you add your modifier to it. So just roll a d6. Okay, so 8 points.
8.
Yeah. So all right, you managed to kind of take out your stopwatch, and you begin to rewind some of the damage, some of the more massive cracks in the center begin to knit back together to where it's not completely actively sinking. There is water in the boat though, and there still are plenty of gaps that it's not doing well. But maybe, just maybe, if you guys could hold this off, you might survive this. All right.
We're not swimming today.
All right. It brings me then to Velree.
Action.
Same thing as the last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. And there's now the shark's turn. It's going to turn, and it's going to do the same thing. It's going to ram the boat as hard as possible. Let's start with Rogar, like we did last time. Go ahead and give me attack rolls, please. As the big maw comes up out and is going to smack into the side of the boat.
All right. Great Webmaster recklessly. Ooh, that's going to miss. That's 11.
That is going to miss.
One more attack.
All right.
13.
That's a glancing blow.
Damn.
16.
So 16
Plus 2, 18.
18. 18 points?
Yeah.
18 points.
It's half it
halved.
those glancing.
Yeah, so it's going to be 18 total because it is vulnerable.
Vulnerable, so it's
Yeah.
16. Okay.
Yeah, so it does take 18 points as the first one you actually you hit almost like a damage section, doesn't really do any significant damage to it, and then you do a reverse swing and you take a few of its teeth, just cleave through some of the upper jaw, cleave through 1 or 2 rows of teeth, smack them out, and it looks hurt. Is that going to be it, Rogar?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right.
Well, actually,
Yes.
oh. Let me use breath attack. Bonus action. Oh, I can't. I held my
No.
action. That's all I can do.
No.
That's all I can do is my reaction. Yeah, I
Unfortunately,
forgot.
it
This is a reaction. Sorry.
Mhm.
That's all I can do. Yeah.
All right. That will then bring me to Brian. I rolled 2 natural ones. 2 natural ones. Let's pull some cards for him. He's been a great captain. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
He's about to get mutinied.
Whose side is he on?
His pack splits. Oh, this is bad, guys.
This is what happened to Tezo.
Now you're allowed to lie about what happens, right?
So as Brian swings, his kind of satchel swings out and it gets caught on the tooth of the shark. Splits, and you watch as the small orbs that he had showed you guys of water breathing spill out and just begin to sink into the water. Holy shit! That couldn't have done it any better. Let's see the next one. And he is completely out of breath, and he's just like in shock after what happens, and he's not going to be able to speak for a little while.
Hasn't done anything.
He's done nothing. All right. It's the end of Brian's turn. That is then going to bring me to Velree. Go ahead and make your attacks, please. And I hope you do enough. All right, that one's going to hit. Go ahead and just roll all 4.
Yeah.
Those 2 hit, so 18 and 18 hit. .23 is going to hit, and 14 hits. It hits. It has a 13 AC. So let's see how much damage we got here.
8.
8 points of damage for the first one. Second one.
12.
12. Coming in. Third.
12.
Another 12. And
9.
9 points of damage. Velree jumps out and begins to begins to slash onto the shark. Does have disadvantage on this attack. However, it has a +9 to hit. Still hits the boat. And as Velree's out riding the shark, it is going to explode the vessel as it shatters into hundreds of pieces. All of you are sent flying out into the water, splashing at various intervals as the longboat slaps into, prow up, and then begins to sink quickly as the giant skeletal shark swims by and makes for a pass under the water.
I'm still riding it though?
No, you're not. You're in the water now.
I mean,
that was for flavor. That was for flavor.
I liked it.
Mo, it's your turn. You kind of, you're in the water. You have your crossbow still. What would you like to do, Mo? I can't hear you, Mo.
Damn it. Have we destroyed the shark yet?
No, you have not.
Okay, but I am floating in the damn water.
You are in the water.
I don't like the water.
You see it. You see it kind of. A fin touches you. As it moves past you. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so yeah. Let me go ahead then as he swims by, and we'll just do the thing.
Okay.
Let's start with. Yeah.
Ironically, you can. What's your short range for your heavy crossbow?
100 foot.
You have no problems shooting that. Now that's the maximum range you can shoot while you're in the water. So it just goes to 100 feet. But yes, you have no problem lining up a shot. You do have disadvantage because it is in the water. You are in the water and it's in the water.
Okay, so we'll do disadvantage, but we're still going to try sharpshooter.
Okay, all right.
Oh, damn. 10 does not hit.
A 10 is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Okay. We'll try it all over again.
Okay.
Hey, what about a 15?
15 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me. Yeah.
Max, bruh. 25.
25 points of damage.
Yeah. These new dice are paying off.
How would you like to do this?
So you said which fin swung by? Which fin touched me?
It would probably be like what's left
of
the dorsal fin. Yeah.
All right. So that puts his, let's say as he swam by, and the shark, it kind of curves around in front of me as it brushed by, and so as I caught sight of its big old noggin, in the first one, just kind of maybe whiffs through, the open hole in its skull, since it's and then the second one just right in the beaner, man, just and the skull shatters.
All right. Moog hits it perfectly, and the just right above like one of its eye sockets, and the kind of ethereal light that's glowing from within explodes outwards as the top of the skull just vanishes, just almost turns to dust, which is then quickly dispersed in the water. The rest of it begins to bubble and then sink as it loses its means of animation, and you guys are out of combat.
Oh, we're still in the water.
You're still in the water.
Question.
Yes.
So you said Brian dropped some breathing underwater things?
He had these. He had shown you. He had these kind of like glass, kind of like containers that had what he told you was underwater breathing.
I can I still see, like, are they within distance for me to...
Give me a perception test and we'll see.
Oh,
that's a 5. I believe that is a natural 1. Unfortunately, we're out of combat, so you don't get the card draw. However, Velree, you go to look around and you have no idea where those vials went. However, Brian actually ducks down into the water very quickly. And Velree, you see him swimming, darting down towards the bottom. And he's swimming fast.
Yes, unnatural.
Unnaturally fast.
Faster than me?
Yes.
Almost like he was a fish.
Well, can I follow him?
You go, okay, yeah. You go to begin to follow him down. And you see him as he's moving downwards, and you actually see the vials at the bottom, very bottom of this this kind of grove, this cove that you're in, next to some of the shattered remnants of some kind of long forgotten stone that's been crusted over barnacles and seaweed and things like that. And he's ripping through the weeds. Looks like he's scrambling to retrieve his dropped items.
Right. Like, is it too deep for me to swim down there?
No, of course not.
Okay.
You don't need to breathe.
That's right.
You just keep going down. You just keep swimming down. You help him. With your aid, not really much of a roll here. You're able to retrieve all of the vials and resurface. Meanwhile, while this is happening, I'm assuming the rest of you swim over to one of the perhaps sunken vessels or small reefs that exist in this cove.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
To salt, yes.
All right, you guys collect yourself. I'm sure Rogar hates being in the water again. Didn't enjoy it the first time. As Velree and Brian breach the surface and come over to you, having their new packages born, what would you guys like to do?
So, Brian...
Yes.
How many ships have you captained before?
Well, I've been captaining one of Morag's vessels for about 10 years now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it wasn't my best work here, but we're all alive, and we're actually fairly close. Not too far of a swim there.
Yeah. Okay.
If I do have a suggestion to make, I'm hoping you're still coming, correct?
I think we're pretty committed at this point.
Right. I say we save these. We save these for when we're inside, just in case.
How far are we back away from the ship, though? Just out of curiosity.
A few hundred feet.
Is there another rowboat on the ship?
Probably.
Does it look like the ship is moving away from us?
Are they sailing away, those bastards?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? We're looking at it.
It's hard to tell.
Cast messenger. Or message. Where's that little guy that we trust so much? Is he within it's more than 120 feet.
Slick?
Yeah.
How far is the range?
Slick with 120 feet.
You're past that 120 feet.
Ah, damn. He's just such a good guy.
He is a good guy.
He's a good guy.
It's fine. There's nothing.
I mean, he was going to wait 5 days, if you remember. You know, Velree convinced him. You guys all convinced him 5 days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, do you think it'd be better if you and Velree swam back to the ship to get on the rowboat?
Well, yeah, I guess we could do that. Yeah. I did. Or I could just do it if you'd like.
Perhaps, after seeing your combat prowess, perhaps Velree should go with you.
That's fair. Just stick close. He's going to begin swimming back towards the ship. Are you going, Velree?
Yeah.
Velree, why don't you give me an athletics check?
All right.
This is going to be contested with Brian's athletic check.
Natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Okay. All right.
Big dick time, you know?
Velree, you jump in the water and you begin to swim. And Brian is moving significantly faster than you. However,
Weird.
you do manage to keep up with him. You're not left behind. And it's almost as if, and the rest of you've never seen someone swim that fast before. Probably either Velree, they're swimming almost as fast as the shark was moving through the water. It is slightly unnerving to the average person, I would think. And the two of them very quickly just dart off in the direction of the sea hag, moored outside of the cove. Within a minute or so, the two of you get to the vessel. Brian grabs a hold of the kind of rope mesh that's kind of dangling off one side of the vessel, and there is another boat actually waiting above. Just stay here. I'll drop it down, and he begins to climb up. What do you do, Velree?
I'm just gonna. Huh?
There you go. I couldn't hear you for a second. Continue.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to. I know you told me to stay there, but I'm gonna walk up the side of the ship.
Walk up the side of the ship. You're gonna do. You see, as he gets to the top of the ship, to the prow of the ship, pulls himself over, and he very quickly begins to loosen the rope tethering the actual longboat to the side here. Oh, I was just gonna lower this down to you. Did you need something up here, or?
I'm to help give you a hand.
Just trying to make myself useful after my horrible display. Thank you, but I've got it. If you want to go down there and just kind of make sure it doesn't float off or something.
All right. Slowly walk back down.
Okay. He begins to lower the vessel down. Give me an insight check, Velree.
Okay. Not great.
10. Okay. You begin to walk down, and he's acting. Maybe he's just kind of upset about how horrible he did in the last fight. You're not sure, but he begins to lower the boat down, and it hits the water. And he kind of jumps over the side, lands into the vessel. All right, you want to help row?
I guess. You're gonna row too?
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, I'll help.
All right. Between the two of you, within another minute or so, you see the other longboat coast around the side of the Sea Hag and begin to move towards the shore party, as it was. You are picked up in your new longboat. You see part of the remnants of the other one just kind of floating nearby. All of you mount your new vessel. And I'm assuming you sail towards the cave mouth? Yes?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Brian's direction, all right, he kind of steers you around. Yeah, he does. He does steer you around a few natural hazards that most of you unseasoned sailors definitely would have missed. And you managed to avoid a few reefs and actually a few parts of broken ships that are just barely below the surface that would have caught a hold of the boat, maybe damaging it, at the very least possibly knocking someone else in the water, which you are all very hesitant to have happen. As you move towards the cave, the first thing that stands out about the cave is that Trist, you know for a fact that it's much larger than it looks on the surface, that it widens out and it goes deep down below. So this is a very larger space than what you're actually seeing. You only have an opening about maybe 10, 12 feet tall. And it just looks like just a crack. It's not like a big wide open hole. And as you kind of enter into this crevice, you begin to sail forward. It almost takes on like a tunnel aspect. And you can see that there's actually a strange film along the inside of the cave, making it look gooey, kind of. Very thin layer of this like greenish film. There appear to be markings along the cave wall. Most of it's been weathered down to where it's almost ineligible if it was writing or if it was some kind of decoration. It's been here for so long it appears to be almost forgotten to time. As you sail for another 2-3 minutes or so, you see up ahead that there is lighting in this very dark space. Now, do you guys light any torches or anything like that, or light up magical means or any of the darkness you're in?
Can we all see? Who can't see in the dark?
I believe all
Rogar
of you
can.
can. No, Rogar can now.
Yeah, Rogar can now.
I would cast light, but I wouldn't light a torch.
Yeah.
Do we need to see that well yet?
It's up to you.
Well, it'll help us see further. Even dark vision has its limits.
I trust Rogar's enhanced intelligence.
Okay. Trist, you kind of create a ball. Do you attach it to something? You create a ball of light in your hand. What do you do?
Attach. No one has a long. Yeah, I just create a ball in my hand.
Kind of like open your hand up and just a light kind of seeps out from your palm, muttering a few arcane words. And you guys are able to see pretty far as well. You get to see in color. So otherwise you get no color. And seeing in color is important because you see that the fauna of the cave system is taking on a strange appearance. Mostly in the sense that it's becoming more dark. You're seeing a lot of really dark, like blood reds, a very mute oranges, and like this moss and lichen, as well as like black necrotic like vegetation. It looks like it's withered and died. All of it, everything's covered in this film as well. And you hit an embankment where you can no longer sail across the surface. And it looks like there are a few other ships here, a few other smaller vessels, rowboats. Nothing as big as the vessel you're in. Most of them just like a single person or a 2-person rowboat. And they're all pulled up onto this little embankment shore area in this cave. And they appear to be empty. Some of them look like they've been here for a long time.
Sometime in the last 10 years.
Give me a nature check.
Nope.
7.
I don't know.
You have no idea. Some of them have a few of them have that film that you see kind of growing along and everything is actually grown across the ship itself. So it looks like it's been there for a little while at least. Not sure how long that stuff creeps all over the surfaces, but
These are yucky.
yeah, it's gross. In addition to that, there is a large amount of dead fish, both in the water and along the kind of like sandbar area you're in right now. in various forms of decay. You have skeletons, you have full-on just like bloated fish corpses, and everything in between. The smell is awful.
Tell how old they are. Like the ones that aren't fully decomposed.
How old?
Yeah.
Give me a nature check.
Yeah. Yeah.
18. Some of them look, with an 18, they look old. You pick out a few that have been here for at least 10, 15 years, maybe longer. So a few larger specimens, maybe like a 2-3 foot fish that is just completely skeletonized with the film growing over it, like and through it.
Well,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Judging by the age of these, I'd say no one's been here for quite some time.
Huh. Does it look familiar to something that we have seen before? Like the film in the Toad Cave or the film in the Nest? Is it totally different?
That was more like gelatinous. This is more, and as you're kind of, I'm assuming you guys get out of the ship, correct?
Yeah.
It's sticky. Like your feet are like kind of like syrupy, and the other stuff was not like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gross. Every time you use like that's like kind of wet noise every time you lift your foot up. Yeah.
Sounds like we're all wearing flip flops. Got it.
Exactly.
Right.
Brian grabs a hold of. He actually lights an actual torch, sparks it. There's various odd growths of coral and other things as well, kind of in here, despite this not being underwater. And it does appear to be a tunnel straight ahead of you. All right. From what I know from the stories, this is how you find the siren. You're supposed to sail here, and you're supposed to travel through her cave, and if she wants to deal with you, you make a deal, and that's about as much as I can glean from this. So, all right. Would you like me to lead, or?
Yes.
Brian, what kind of deal are you hoping to make?
I'm hoping to find out what happened to my parents. That's what I'm hoping to find out.
Okay, and what is required for her to want to make a deal with you?
I don't know. The stories just say anybody, you just come and you can make a deal.
Doesn't require an offering of any kind in these stories. Can I roll an insight check to see if he's lying to me?
Sure. Give me an insight check.
Yes.
I trust him. I'm probably going to do a shitty job of that too. We'll see. Oh yeah, no, not good. 12.
Perhaps it's the nerves where you're at right now, but you're not getting a good read off of him.
It's unsettling. Do I know of any of these stories about sirens and things that? Would I have heard any of these stories?
You made a check last time, and yeah, you've heard a couple of these fisherman tales, basically. The siren psalm, and of course the deals that could be made. Talks of fame, fortune, power. People have supposedly gone out to seek this cave for any number of things. All of it is said to hold some great price, but it's nothing specific.
Great. That's great.
You know what? Give me a history check. I will give you advantage soon.
Pray. Please do well. Oh, Mother of God, that's bad. Oh, that's even worse. I don't know.
It's not going to happen. All right. Well, I tried.
No. Thank you. Thank you for trying. I appreciate it.
So, that's about as much as you're going to get.
I don't know. I think
All right.
Well, messenger.
I guess let's go this way, right? Yeah.
I mean, we're following you.
Okay. It begins to trek into the tunnel.
I
Yes,
want
Sue?
to point my finger at. I want to kind of hang back a bit and try to be out of earshot of Brian, and I want to point to Rogar, who I think now is he now the most intelligent person in the party?
Trist is
I don't know.
still
Trist is
technically
still
the most intelligent.
Okay, then I'm going to point to Trist, not Chris, and just let him know what little I do know with message.
Okay.
Kind of whisper to him that there is a great, tale has it, at least at my school where I was trained, that there's some great price. I'm a little bit concerned that we're about to be sacrificed so that he can get what he wants. Now, it may just be the drow paranoia, air quotes, that everyone likes to scoff at, but I was right about Jade, and I'm just going to let it die right there.
Yeah, well, it's, how many is it? It's 5 versus 1, so I'm not worried about Brian. You saw what he did in combat.
We're just going to have to, reverse sacrifice him or something.
We sacrifice him and we get what we want from the sirens.
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
We're
prepared.
As Brian's up ahead, he's taking out his cutlass and he's actually chopping away large amounts of dangling seaweed from the ceiling. Just cutting it away as it is obscuring the path ahead. As he's chopping it away, he's revealing a path. Let's get a marching order. So Brian's up front. Who we got next?
Tristan would be second or third in line.
Okay.
Assuming Brian's first.
Okay. So we'll do... Okay. Well, if that's the case, we'll do Brian, Velree, Trist.
Moog on the rear.
Moog's in the rear. So Rogar, Zoom.
I'll be right before Moog.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about what now?
I'm going to be right before you, Moog.
Okay, right on.
Okay. All right. So we have a rough marching order now. I need that for reasons. All good things. As you are walking forward into this tunnel, you see that as you come ahead, Moog, give me a perception test.
One perception test.
Only Moog.
Only Moog with a perception test. Where is... There it is. Okay. That's just a straight roll for... Oh, crit!
That's for 20.
Yeah.
Moog. You guys get
see everything.
You get to a junction up ahead. The rest of you. Brian gets to a junction. He cuts away some seaweed. And there are 3 paths ahead. Moog, as everybody's up ahead is paying attention to that, you hear something. You hear a squishy noise. You instinctively look behind you as you see the seaweed that was cut away begin to reform. And not only does it reform, but within moments, you watch as barnacles and coral begin to grow until there is a solid wall behind you, Moog.
Fuck. Again with these things.
And I'll make sure the crew knows, hey, everyone, take a look behind you here. Looks like we might be trapped in here.
That's pretty concerning.
Yeah, maybe Brian, you don't cut any more seaweed.
I will also note there's still lots of dead fish everywhere on the ground. And let's see here. Brian's foot actually kicks one of them. And this large, 3 foot, kind of gar looking fish flops for a moment, skeletal. And then you watch as the head kind of and then looks up towards the rest of you. What do you seek from the siren? All of you, this creepy voice emanates from the fish skeleton.
Well, Brian, I think he's talking to you.
Brian.
Oh, I seek my past. What do they seek? All must seek.
DM question.
Yes.
So sirens What are they? Can they just tell you like?
Well, you have no idea.
Okay.
This is uncharted territory for pretty much everyone here.
Okay. So.
You've heard the equivalent of like fisherman tales about this kind of thing. Nobody has experienced anything like this as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
All seek or die.
Ultimatum.
Do we just tell you what we seek? As I'm talking to this little creepy fish.
Doesn't respond, Velree.
Well, I just seek to live a peaceful life in the mountains.
Peace. The head kind of moves towards Rogar.
I seek my father.
The great worm, yes. It kind of tilts some more. Velree?
Seek a way to escape my past, my...
Yes. Zune?
If we tell you what we seek, will you be granting it?
Depends on your offer.
What would the offer have to be?
No response.
If you lied about what you're trying to say.
We'll see. Trist. We'll see.
God, I was not prepared.
Just looking at you, Zune. Staring deeply at you.
I'm very unnerved. So if I tell you what I seek, then you will not kill me and you will make that thing happen?
If you seek, you will be granted passage.
And if I do not seek, I will be granted death.
No response.
Oh, I hate these things. Freedom.
Mm-hmm. And Mo?
Moog's a little bit timid about it since, our friend Zune here was a little timid. So I'd like to do an insight check real quick.
Sure. Go ahead.
Just to see how terrible it is. Oh, come on. Right on. That's 2 in a row. That's totally worth it.
You're looking at a animated fish carcass with a strange voice built in through it.
Is that like one of those like bass things that people used to hang on their wall?
It does look like that.
Flopping bass thing. Okay. Ultimately, I'm looking for my cousin at the moment. Nothing real philosophical. Just trying to get him home.
Good. You may pass. And then the fish lies limp on the ground.
Limp fish.
Well, all right. I guess. I don't know. I guess we go this way. You see the fish's head is pointing towards the right passage.
I feel like we just sold ourselves to the devil, but that's fine.
All right. I guess let's head this way then.
Are there any other kind of signs that Like, are there? You said there are multiple passageways, I guess.
3 passageways, yes.
3 passageways. There's nothing like.
Give me a perception test.
Okay.
Thirteen. You look, Rogar. It doesn't look like anybody's been through here in a long time. There doesn't appear to be, and if they have, as you've just seen previously, the ground can be altered quickly. There does not appear to be any tracks that would lead you into any obvious direction.
Okay.
And out of, I guess I can roll a perception. Are there only dead fish in here? Are there humanoid bones? Anything
Why don't you give me a nature check again?
Ah, damn it. My weakness. Not one. There is nothing in here. There aren't even dead fish in here.
You have no idea about
I'm
bones.
blind.
You see bones. You do see bones. You see a lot of the sticky film as well. It's unnerving.
It's gross. This is gross in here.
It's pretty gross in here.
I'm over it. We're going.
There's a skeleton fish talking to you.
Gross.
Yes, indeed. As Brian begins to move into the next passageway, you see before you. Let me pull this up real fast. All right. You see before you a overabundance of seaweed that Brian begins to very cautiously try to move aside and then gives up and begins, we've got to cut it out of the way. We're not going to be able to get through this. And starts cutting away some of the seaweed. There's large amounts of crustaceans, long dead, kind of almost like fossilized along the walls of this cave. And it's a tight cave now. You're in maybe a 10 by 10 space. Lots of dead fish as well. You move forward, and as he slashes one last time, he goes, "Oh shit, well that could be a problem." And you notice that the cave itself has narrowed at this point. It's narrowed to a point to where it looks like you're going to have to move sideways through a small gap, and it's about a 10-foot trek to the next part of the passage. The problem is large amounts of coral have built up along the walls, and they're all real spiky. And you're going to need to squeeze through this gap to get to the next part of the passage. Brian takes the torch and kind of holds it ahead of him, moves sideways, and he's going to have to make an acrobatics check to make it through. He fails miserably, I might add. As he's moving through, he catches his arm. I mean, in what looks like it just like a little nudge, it opens up pretty decently actually, and blood just spatters across the ground. And he, shit! And as he begins to inch a little bit forward, he makes it almost to the edge when the coral behind him opens like a mouth. And he gets sucked into the wall and disappears entirely. And that's where we're going to take our first break.